Good evening, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for being with us today. I am Mohammad Iqbal, and today's webinar is hosted by TechBairn. Let us begin the proceedings of this webinar. A brief introduction to TechBairn. So, TechBairn in a tech industry is the fastest growing training platform in the country. Its offices are in Bhubaneswar, Delhi, and Patna. It is recognized by the Government of India and supported by Startup India. TechBairn offer a new opportunity to the enthusiastic students to learn new techniques and make them industry ready. I am happy to welcome our guest and speaker, Mr. Shashank Shekhar. He is working as a data scientist as at Celebal Technologies. We will uh, we will proceed with the webinar, but we will have the question answer session in the end. So don't worry about it. Have a patience. Learn from the Sasank sir. You will know more about machine learning, and you will learn a lot. And don't leave the meeting because we will have you will have to give attendance at the end so that you can get the certificate. Okay. So this webinar on machine learning and its application will be the fun and full of learning. Now I will request Mr. Shashank Shekhar to take over and proceed with the webinar. Thank you. And I am sharing the social media link so you can follow there. Okay. So over to you, Shashank sir.
So, hello everyone. So today we are going to have a discussion on machine learning and its application. So this webinar is going to be about of 1 hour, and we'll see what is machine learning and its application. So before going to that, let me just introduce you to myself. So I'm a data scientist at Celebal Technologies. It's a firm based out of Jaipur. It has offices in multiple places, and I am primarily working here as a computer vision engineer. So my main task is around computer vision. That's a subset of machine learning. And I have experience of more than 3 years in this field now. So I've been working as a data scientist in this company for past 3 years. So as Iqbal already introduced you to the TechBairn, so I will skip this slide and we'll go direct to this talk outline slide. So in this talk outline slide, you can see that what are the topics we are going to cover today in this webinar. So we'll start with the definition of machine learning. What is machine learning? We'll try to understand what machine learning is. We use machine learning in our lifestyle. What are the applications of machine learning? Now, after that, we'll understand why there is so much hype right now around machine learning. That different departments are being set up in colleges for machine learning and AI. And it was not the case 4 5 years ago. Why there is such a hype? Then we'll see the career prospects. If you want to build a career in machine learning, how can you go ahead with it? And if is the career there fruitful, you can see that, or you can compare the careers with. We'll compare the careers in other domain as well as in the machine learning in that part of the webinar. And in the last, we'll see that if you really want to get started in this field, like how will you get started in this field? So we'll see that as well then. So starting from the beginning, so let me just ask you few questions. Like you all must have from the morning today itself, you might have interacted with several services I'm mentioning on the screen here. You might have interacted with the Facebook or any social media site for that matter, or Netflix, or any content provider network like Netflix, Amazon Prime, or anything, or any email service. You might have opened email from the morning. You might have used Alexa from the morning, or Google Assistant, or things like that. So whenever you use this kind of services from the morning, you have knowingly or unknowingly, directly or indirectly, have interacted with machine learning algorithms. So you might not know in the back end that machine learning is the whole thing that's driving many of the decisions which are being shown to you in the screen, the suggestions, the ads which are being pushed to in the Facebook, the Netflix recommendations, or the suggestions for watching the shows which are being pushed on your screen is being done by machine learning. The email which are being categorized into different categories like promotion, spam, and things like that, or important email. So these are also being classified with the help of machine learning. The Alexa is talking to you and understanding your voice. That's a very good example of machine learning itself. So what is machine learning? You can by it's looking at these examples, you might have understood that what machine learning is. So in machine learning, what we do is we teach how computers how to learn. So we'll see that here. So machine learning is generally a subset of AI technique, that's artificial intelligence, in which we use machines to improve by the experience. So the machine learns with the help of experience, just like the human learns. So that's what machine learning is. So so I, and you can see that we use several things. Might have used several things from the morning itself, which uses machine learning, be it uh, any recommendation you see in the social media, you see uh, you scroll on your YouTube feed, you see many recommendation on your side, and you see those recommendation with that's from machine learning. You search on Google something, and that's the search. Whenever you type some words, and the recommendation which is being shown to you, that in recommendation, that's you taking the data from your past and analyzing those and giving you prediction based on that. So the art of giving predictions based on your previous data, or mimicking like a human, just like it improves from the human experience, such as Alexa. You can see the Alexa that is understand um, to mimic human behavior with the help of experience. So as you can see that as the Alexa that's the technology is getting older and older, the speech recognition as well as the intent classification and things like that are getting much more correct. So Alexa few years ago, 4 5 years ago, was not that much perfect, which the perfectness which is in the Alexa right now was not there how 4 5 years ago, and it's going to be much more perfect, scary perfect, which is even we can't fathom in our minds like how much things it can do in the next 5 years. So you can see nowadays like these are the things when machine learning is being heavily used, and that's why the demand has risen as well. So you might have heard about several other things like deep learning, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, and you might have a bit uh, confusion in your mind, like how these three things are related, or is these three things same? In computers also, computers in your department also, there is department for AI, there is not department for ML. So you might think like why there is a department for AI is in college, not for machine learning, for deep learning, or data science as well. So in fact, in some colleges, there are department for data science. So what is the difference between these things? We'll try to cover that in this slide. So artificial intelligence is any technique in which we try to, in which machine try to mimic human behavior. It can be through with the help of machine learning, with the help of deep learning, or it can be through the help of something else as well. So let's say someone is doing something biologically, making something biologically that is not the intelligence which is imparted by God, or the wisdom which is imparted by God, but which we are getting something artificially, the intelligence, but not with the help of the mathematics, not with the use of mathematics or computer science domain. That might also come in artificial intelligence, but we don't majorly talk about that. But you can see here that in the machine learning and deep learning, these are the subset of AI. So whenever you talk about AI, the machine learning and deep learning, everything comes inside of it. So that's why people generally call AI for not making the things like that. Instead of calling data science, machine learning, deep learning, they just simply uh, form a consolidated word for that. That is AI. So AI is that. And deep learning, what is deep learning? Deep learning is then just like machine learning is to AI. It's a subset of AI, machine learning. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning, and machine learning is uh, a specific technique in the deep learning is a specific technique in the machine learning in which we build neural networks, and that's a kind of algorithm. Neural networks is nothing but a name of algorithm, so in which you use a specific kind of algorithms called neural networks. So whenever we use a specific kind of algorithm called neural network, we then call that kind of learning technique deep learning, and else it's machine learning. Okay. So coming to the next slide. So right now there is a hype around machine learning. You can see. So you can see in this plot, like after 2012. So after 2012, there has been a huge revolution. So in almost last 10 years. Before that, there was no such talk about the machine learning. So there was the idea of machine learning was around from very beginning, like 1950s. But people were not. Some people are doing research, but some anything fruitful was not coming out of it. The research was going at a very slow pace, and the outcome was not desirable. That's why many people were not interested in this area, and this area was like just like the area of string theory right now is like are few researchers doing research. You might have heard about the string theory related to physics, but there is no significant outcomes that are coming. That not nothing promising is coming out of it. So that's why there is no, we are not studying string theory in our college books. So that's why similarly the condition with AI before 2012 was similarly like this. But in 2012 there was certain conditions um, which fueled, I'll say the fueled the growth of AI. There are certain intersections in time, and few things combined, which just fueled this AI evolution. And we will see those factors, that what are those factors which contributed to this boom in the AI, this hype in the AI. And so the reason for the boom was two things, majorly two things was going around in past few years. So in past few years, we had many digital things for recording data. Let's here I'm taking just example of a vision systems. That means the cameras. You can see the data for video and audio. How many things are there now to record this kind of data, which was not present 30, 40 years ago, or even 20 years ago. Now we have cameras, digital cameras. Everyone has a digital camera in their hands, in their mobile phones. There are camera in drones, camera in Mars, camera on other planets, camera on street lights, camera on, yeah, cars, camera on your eyeglasses, your camera on your house, and whatnot. So all this data is being gathered. Not about this vision system we had. If we talk about the data uh, related to audio, we have significantly surge of data in that also. If you talk about data about textual data, like what we type, how we search and things like that. So that kind of data is also now in surplus amount. Earlier there was not data, and machine learning is heavily reliant on data. We saw that the machine learning algorithms learns with experience, and how this experience comes from data. So earlier data was not there. So data was not there in that large amount. So that's why the machine learning system couldn't learn from experience earlier. But now we have data in every time, every domain. Then only data is not sufficient for this. We needed another factor, that's compute. The compute capabilities is increasing many folds by year, and you can see that how your speed of your mobile has gone up, how many multiprocessing right now you can do compared to last 10 years. You can see how the mobile industry or the compute industry or CPU industry has been growing. So this increasing computation capabilities and quick accessibility of GPUs and cloud computing. So these things also helped in contributing on the revolution of machine learning, and that's why these two reasons combined, and at the intersection in that particular time of 2012 2010s, and then this nowadays the combination of these two factors fueled the revolution. So we have talked about things like we have talked about where do we use machine learning, what is machine learning, what is deep learning, what is the difference between machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence. We have also seen why there is boom right now in this space because of the data and computation. Now we'll see that how a machine learning algorithms learns on a very high level. So it's not something on the code level, but it's on a very high level. I'll try to give you an idea that how a machine learning system learns. So a machine learning system learns from the data. We saw, I have talked about this earlier as well. So what we'll see in the more detail. So let's suppose you want to teach a machine learning system to differentiate between cats and dogs. A very simple example, just cats and dogs. There are two things which you want a machine learning system to differentiate. If you try to do this work in computer science, like you wanted to write a C code for this simple task, this task may simple, very simple for us humans. Right now, we can very easily classify cats and dogs. But if you try to write a program for this on C language or any other language without use of machine learning, this is a very complex task. Scientists have been trying to solve this task, and this is a task which is almost not solvable in any other domain besides machine learning. So you just can't write some code which can see a image, because images are all um, pixel values, and you just can't write what you'll write, like a dog has this much amount of uh, tail, and what if that dog is we are just getting few parts of that dog, just a head of dog, then how will that logic will apply on the tails? Or what if you are just seeing only half side, or imagine some dark region and things like that? So that kind of algorithm can't work on even classifying cats and dogs can't be worked upon by classical techniques. So what we'll do now is we'll collect some data of cats and dogs, let's say 50 images of cats, 50 images of dog, and we'll build a training data. And what is training data? We use training data to train the machine learning algorithm. So train means teach the machine learning algorithm. So build this 100 images, we keep it in training data. So what you're seeing, this the blue block is that training data. Okay, so you are having this training data. We collected the data, we put it in the training block, and we have few code which will be run on the training data. And that algorithm, what that algorithm will do is it will learn from that training data. It will go to all the images one by one, and will label that images, that this image is of cat, this image is of dog. So we'll label those data, and in similar way it will learn to differentiate. When the model is learned, we'll have a, it will see all the data, it will learn how a cat looks, how a dog looks while training. So after the training has been completed, it will, the model will learn how a cat looks, how a dog looks, and then we'll have that model in a different place, that's machine learning trained model. And then we can have prediction. So you can see here we have a model, and we pass this model here, and after this what we do is, in this red block we have a input data. And what will be this in this input data? In this input data there will be a single image of cat or dog, where we don't have given any label. So let's suppose you train this algorithm and you kept it in your mobile phone, and in your mobile phone you just go and click a picture. Okay, you go and click a picture, that's going to be your input data. And then your input data, then the machine learning algorithm will understand from that image that is this image is of cat or dog. You go on road and you click a picture of cat or dog, and it will give you the prediction that if it's a cat or dog. So that's how this whole system works, that it is reliant upon data. So the more data you give to it, the more better it will learn. So here we are taking 50 data, and for this simple task, this much amount of data is perfect. So here you can see from the definition, we had a definition that this machine learning algorithms learn from the experience. So here the experience comes from data. So the more data it sees, it understands, tries to find pattern, it understands the patterns, just like a human learns, just like we learned in the childhood how a cat look or how a dog look, or just like how we'll teach a child that how which is a cat, which is a dog. We'll show him some images on the uh, book, that this is how cat looks, this is how dog looks, and in the end, after seeing few 5-10 images, he will understand, like, yeah, what is cat and what is dog. So similarly, the same thing happens with machine learning algorithm. Similarly, we give the training data, and in the most of the system, machine learning system, here we took the example of vision system. That's the image differentiation task or image classification task, that cat versus dogs. But you can think of it in any other domain as well, be it Alexa, it learns in the same way, be it the YouTube recommendation, it's almost working in the same way. So this is how the systems work in machine learning. So I'll give you a glance of computer vision. Computer vision is a field that's what I am primarily associated with. So I'll give you a glance of this. So computer vision is the field in which we teach computers how to see. So we'll teach computers how to see. So the main state of the art example, that's a very good example of this, the computer vision in right now, is the Tesla cars. You can see here in this image that Tesla cars are very much capable of driving by itself. So it can, there are many cameras mounted on different places of the cars, and it can learn, uh, it has an algorithm which has learned how to drive by looking at different things on the road. It has learned how a person drives, and it can maneuver itself on the road with the help of this navigation, that's camera systems. So after looking at the images, it can identify the road signs. You can see here, it can identify the pedestrians, different cars, trees, even where there is a road divider or signs or traffic lights and things like that. And it can do all those things and drive by itself. So this is how far we have come in this area of machine learning or computer vision. You can see that we can build a car that's much more safer. Even now, it is much more safer than a human driver. It's right now, this is the beta phase, but also uh, many people are using it for and day-to-day activities now, and it's very much capable to drive to from one place to other place. So I guess you all have by now you have gained a pretty good idea that what machine learning is, and what are the different things we can do with the help of it, what are the applications of it, and how do we train a machine learning algorithms, how machine learning algorithms work on a higher level. So how a machine learns from the experience. So we have seen all these things, and so now let's talk about the careers, because you guys must be interested in uh, like how are the career prospects, is there any money on in this field, or we are just going to have uh, work empty stomach. So that's not the case. So here what you can see here by the Harvard Business Review, that's a very prestigious magazine. Data scientist has been termed as the sexiest job of 21st century. So yeah, so obviously there is a scientist written here, and you get that degree, and that you what say the title of scientist by doing engineering. So yeah, I think that's why it's 6 years job, because you don't have to do the PhD, maybe. So anyways, it's a very niche job, and you can see the trends and trends of growth here. So you can see that data scientist job has been expected to grow with the rate of almost 40%, 40 to 43% on different surveys. On there's going to be a compound annual growth rate, that's each year the growth is going to be of around 40%. So if there is 100 jobs this year, there is going to be 140 job next year, and 200 jobs the year after that. So so I guess that's a very good pace at which this field is going, and being in this industry myself, I can assure you that we are having a lot of there is a lot of hiring going in this field, and there is a lot of demand of job in this field. So if you are trying to get into this field, this is going to be a perfect timing, because right now you are going to be in this forefront, and whenever you start your career, you are going to be leaders in this space, and people who are going to join later are going to be the followers. So you just must want to be leaders. That's a good thing. So if you start now, that's you will have a head start, and you will be on very good positions your company, because people will start getting in this field later and later. So it's much better to have a head start. So again, these are some figures here that you can see that there are different billion-dollar industry in machine learning application, smart robots, and these are the fields related to machine learning, computer visions, natural language processing. So, so skip this chart, and let's come to interesting thing here. So that's, I guess, this slide is, I guess, most interesting of all slides. So we talked a lot about different things, like yeah, this is a very good field, and you might, I have also hyped you in this field, like this is going to be a very good field, and there is also very good job prospects and things like that, and you also understood what is being done, many of the decisions you are making to what you are going to watch, what emails you are going to see, are many things in your life is being decided by the machine learning algorithms. So you see that machine learning has been in your life, even though you might haven't noticed it. So then the question arises that, yeah, you, everything is great, and but what where to start? Like, am I good enough to start? Where what are the prerequisites? That's a very clear doubt. I too had this doubt for 5 years ago, I guess, when I was starting. And and like we all face imposter syndrome. Maybe you know about it. Like, I'm capable enough for applying for a job or not. That's or internship or not after your third year. So so when do you know that you are capable enough to apply for a job and you have learned enough? So to begin with, but I guess the first question we should answer is that what are the prerequisites? So prerequisites means what are the things you should know before getting into this field. So what I'll say is, if you have a bit of interest in maths, so you are not very fearful of maths, even if you are fearful, but not too much, you can consider it. But that's not that. If you have some doubts, like you have to do some very complex mathematical steps in this machine learning field, that's not the case. And if you are dropping out of machine learning because of this, you should know maths up to class 12th. That should be fine. A little bit of calculus, little bit of algebra. That's, if you know these kind of things, that's the added advantage. It's not a complete necessity to have this knowledge, but that's the added advantage you are going to get, because there are multiple fields in machine learning as well, and in few areas you are going to need this kind of knowledge. But there are areas as well where you don't need math at all, machine learning as well. So but what I say before starting, if you have to have some prerequisites, you should know Python language, because if you don't know Python language, much of the teaching material or things like that are in the Python language. So Python language, a basic understanding of Python language uh, uh, is good to have. If you don't know Python or no other language, it's good to start learning Python now if you want to go in machine learning field. And start learning with your maths book. College mathematics is also enough. Whatever you mathematics is taught in college, because those mathematics are also somewhat related to what we are taught up to class 12th. So mathematics up to class 12th, and Python language, and a bit knowledge of programming concepts. If you are good in C, that's a very good added advantage, because then you have some very much good depth in Python. So if you know at least this much thing, high school mathematics and Python, you are good to go. You can start in this one. So now the question becomes where to begin. There are different things. There are different sites. I don't know. 4 5 years ago, at least when 5 years ago, I guess, when I started 5 or 6 years ago, it was are not there was not such huge plethora of resources over the internet. We had two three things over the whole internet about learning about machine learning, and there was not so much choices, so there was no confusion. We had to study from that. But nowadays I hear people coming from different backgrounds that took some courses there, some took some courses there. I got knows 1 year course and things like that. So there is lots of tutorials on YouTube, lots of teacher claiming to be machine learning professionals, God knows what not. So, but what I'll say is to begin with, stick with one course. That's very crucial advice. Don't try to switch courses in between, because anyone who is teaching, I guess, uh, whatever course you choose, stick with that. Try to complete that course from beginning to end. I know not switch course. Uh, uh, there are a few good courses provided by good universities like Stanford and things like Stanford and FastAI is a institute that's also providing very good course over the internet. You can check out that. And but any all courses are almost like that. If you are going to just go over the internet, you can just understand from a tutorials on YouTube, playlist on YouTube. That's also going to be good. But the major pitfall people fall in this step is what I to fall in this step is just don't try to switch courses. Like there is going to be course and there's going to be assignments and projects in that course, and the projects in that course are designed in such a way that you are going to finish that project, because there are a lot of code which has been already taught in the classrooms and the lectures before that course. So you finish that project and you think like you are good to go, and then after you don't try anything by your own, and what you do is you switch to another course. You think that yeah, I have taken one course, now I should take other course, I will know much more. But that's not the case. What you are doing there is you are just taking multiple courses and you are just uh, learning from different courses, but you are not applying anything. So what I'm essentially saying here is try to apply whatever you've learned. So just take one course and then try to apply all the things, whatever you have learned in that course. And when you are confident enough that I have applied all the things I have learned and I can apply anything by my own, and what you should do is you should start a project idea by your own and try to build a project by whatever knowledge you have up until that point. That would be very good practice, because that is the thing which will uh, build your knowledge, because in that case there is not spoon feeding. So what generally courses do on the internet is spoon feeding. So you don't want to be spoon feeded your life entire time. It's good to be spoon feeded for a few days or few months, but spoon feeding isn't going to suffice later on. So that's a major pitfall. Many people fall that they take multiple courses and just complete the projects which are given on the courses, and they just don't know how to apply the things by their own. In the courses, they know that this algorithm is going to be applied on this problem. So that's not going to have a very good results. Yeah, if you do 5, 10, 15 courses, you are going to get some knowledge. I'm not denying that you are not going just to have any knowledge, but yeah, but if you want to learn faster, this is a technique you should follow. Stick to one course, complete that course, do whatever project in that course, and then try to explore by your own, by whatever knowledge you have, build a project for your own, by yourself, by not having a spoon feeded. Okay, so how much knowledge do you need for applying for a job? So yes, so this question, answer for this question, if you have completed your previous part rigorously, like how you should have learned. This step should come very easy. So whenever you have built a project by yourself, you should know that, yeah, now I'm ready. So, but if you are just completing course by seeing lectures and tutorials, in that phases you are not going to get a very much clear confidence in yourself. I'm not saying that build a project like a Netflix recommendation system.
Sir, I
Yeah.
want to ask, you said we have to make projects. So can you give an example what kind of projects in ML and computer vision we should make?
Yeah, we'll take questions after 4 5 minutes. Okay. So let me
Okay.
just finish it. Okay. I will come back to your question. Okay. So yeah, so I was there that you don't have to build a project that's at a very large scale, like you don't have to build a Netflix recommendation engine or things like that. A project can be very simple, a very simple or genuine idea, like you are just collected some data from internet and you want to predict the price of house, but that data you are looking isn't from like anything that's very much uh, very very much worked upon. That data is a bit raw and not much people have worked upon it, but you are trying to find something, take some inference from data, find what can I predict, how can I predict the house prices from that, things like that. So a basic project I did in my college days was just like this. I had a data, I got this data from some hackathon or things like that, and I tried to build a house price prediction model with the help of this. And what I did was I deployed this project. So I also built an API that's backend with the help of Python, and also made a front end with help of my friend, and connected backend and front end, and built a whole website. It was a very simple task. It was not much complex, but connecting these things back into front end and mm, also building algorithm by myself, having on the data which was not previously worked upon. No one was there to like guide how to proceed with this kind of data. So this kind of thing gives you a lot of experience and lot of places you'll stuck on that's not being taught in course. So course will only give you the limited domain of domain and range of knowledge, but the problem in real life can be anything which might not lie in that domain which is being taught. So, or you can just build a simple, yeah, just collected data set of for something like, let's suppose if you are making something on vision, you have collected some data from the internet of four things. Like, let's suppose you have a difficulty, anything. Let's suppose you are just building a project for what you have some difficulty in classifying between cheetah, leopard, and jaguar. Okay, so cheetah, leopard, and jaguar are all same looks like same thing. We are not very easily we can't easily classify them with naked eye. That which is cheetah, whether if you have learned a lot or you are a specialist in that kind of animal topics. So at least I'm not able to classify between cheetah, leopard, and jaguar. So what I did was I scraped data from the internet, 100 images, and built a simple project which classified between the cheetah, leopard, and jaguar. And again, I built a front end and hosted it. So it was a genuine idea. The idea popped into my mind, and I was so at that time the connectivity and everything and deploying everything on the cloud and things like that. So that's going to be a very helpful. So you don't need to build something the next Facebook or next Netflix recommendation system or next Alexa. That's not expected from you. So a simple projects like that. So now I guess we are done here. So now I can take the questions.
If anyone have any question, you can ask. Some of the members were asking question in between. You can ask right now. Or if you are having problem in asking a question by unmuting your mic, you can just simply write it in the chat box.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Hello,
Uh,
sir.
yes,
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask that what kind of projects are you working on?
in the industry,
Yes, sir.
projects are a bit different, but majorly it's something like this. So whatever project I've told you, well, like this classification task or things like that. So in industry, their projects are also something similar to this, but on a large scale. So data is on large scale. That instead of this classification task of two things, what we have to do is we have to have different kind of things like object detection is there in vision. That's what we use. We use segmentation task. That's finding the reason where something is located. Like if a person is located in the image, it's just crops out all the pixels which are related to that person's. So things like that, mm, and also many things related to like in industry we have to do make things which are deployable or can be served to client. So that's also we have to take in consideration in the company.
Sir, another question. Sir, if you were to hire me as a freshie data scientist, then what are the things that are expected by me as a freshie?
As a fresher, what you should know is you should have a good grasp in Python, if and knowledge, a decent knowledge of machine learning, one or two projects by which is not a copy of someone's other project. One project is enough, which you have if you have genuine idea. And that's not much. The bar is not high if you are getting hired as a fresher. It should not much is expected from you if you are going to be hired as a fresher in data science. You should have a good coding skill, but data science and algorithmic knowledge is always decent to have, because that's shows your logic building skill. And so decent knowledge of coding, decent knowledge of machine learning, not very too much knowledge. I do not a decent knowledge that what are the things. If you have built a one project on machine learning, that's good to go.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Is there any more questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah, someone has written in the chat. Do
So I
we
would like
need?
to ask
Yeah.
that in industrial level, what kind of processor are used? Like for any many project, we can use like Raspberry Pi for computer vision, but in industrial level, what processor is used?
What kind of
What processor is used in industrial level?
processes?
Yeah.
You are talking about some library, right? NumPy.
No, I'm talking about like if I make a project in computer vision, like I can use Raspberry Pi, but in industrial level, what processor is actually used in that level?
Okay, processors. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's again dependent on different things. Like see, the system can be on the cloud itself. While training machine learning algorithms, you need much more capable system. So it should be a GPU system. So the training is done on a GPU computes. So the GPU providers in the clouds are there. Like we don't use collab or things like that. It's just like there is Google Colab for providing us GPU. So but a bit more powerful GPU in that we use that for training. While inference time, most of the solutions are deployed on CPU. but it can be again deployed on different things. What are the requirement of the client? Like some of the solution may be required to deploy on the mobile itself, so then the model needs to be converted to mobile. If the requirement of client is to have a solution running all time in the cloud, then the solution is deployed in Kubernetes clusters, and then that itself is just like a computer running on the cloud. That's just a computer itself, but it has a high configuration and can scale up and scale down by the needs of the client and the demands. So as the demands grow, the computes can scale up and scale down. So that's what happens also. Did it answer your query?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I guess there is also one question in the chat, that's do we need a depth knowledge of calculus mathematics for getting into this field, or high school level is enough? High school level, by high school level I means the class 12th. The class 12th knowledge, up to class 12th knowledge is enough, so that you should know a bit of calculus, probability, algebra, and things like that, and college mathematics. It's not that you have to learn anything of extra from that from whatever you're taught in college and in the school. That's enough, not more than that. You don't need to have. I don't never will never recommend you to like go and read a mathematics book. What you should instead do is, if you get stuck in some topic, even if right now I will not say that go and study class 12th book. What you should instead do is you should approach a problem. If you get stuck in some mathematics part, you see that what is the topic I'm getting stuck at. If you are getting stuck at calculus, if you are getting stuck at how to find partial derivative, you open the book at that particular time and see, or just Google how a partial derivative is calculated. That's how you should approach the problem. It's not that it's not going to be a sequential step. What you should do instead is you should consider it as a parallel step, this learning, that whenever you get stuck, you learn that topic and go ahead. Because if you learn all the things, all the mathematics beforehand, what will happen? Again, major football, I forgot to point out in that slide, is that what will happen is you will invest a lot of your time in learning, and then many of the things you learn will be used, and many of the things will not even be used. So why waste time on the things which will not be used? Instead of that, and you have also wasted up 1 month or even 15 days. Why waste 15 days on just those things? Instead of what, if you have a good decent knowledge, just go ahead, start solving problem. And if you get stuck in something, like if you are getting fuzzy about how matrix multiplication is done, or how rank of matrix is being found, and it's getting used in some problem, just Google it at that particular time and your problem will be solved. So you're not spending extra time, and you're also only learning the things which is required. That's two things is surety. Okay, any other queries?
If you have any other query, please unmute and ask. How can we understand? And please don't leave the meeting, because you need to give the attendance in order to get the
How
certificates.
can I
Okay.
understand that whether I'm ready for doing something? Like you'll whenever you do start learning, complete any course or online tutorial, you can do a course project after that, and after doing the project, you can be ready for an internship, and after internship, you are ready for a job. So three-step process: learn from somewhere, make project by yourself, and apply for internship, get a job.
Is there any more question? Please unmute and ask. or we will end with the session? Okay, so I don't think they are having any questions. Okay, thank you, Mr. Shashank sir, for taking time from your busy schedule to be the guest speaker
Yeah.
at our webinar. All thanks to your enlightening words that inspire so many people of us. We are really thankful for you.
Yeah. This was also nice having this time with you guys. It was very fun interacting with you all. So yeah, have
Yeah,
a nice career ahead, you guys. Okay.
yeah. Thank you, sir. Everyone, please wait. You need to give the attendance. I need to talk with you. Okay. So I think all of you have enjoyed the session, right? Right? Yes, in the chat box. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, there are lots of yes, right? So I will in the quick in 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, I will tell you from where you can learn machine learning and which is the perfect platform that will help you to learn machine learning fully and you will get ready for the jobs. Okay, because if you want to learn a machine learning, you need to it involves the training, it involves the certification, it involves the means internship also, and it also involves the interview preparation also, right? So let me share the screen and let me show you the platform. Okay, uh, that will help you to learn a machine learning and make your career through it. Okay, I will send after this discussion I will send the Google form. Okay, so that you can fill the Google form to get the certificates. Okay, uh, is my screen visible? Write one in the chat box. If you can see my screen, write one in the chat box. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Okay, then let's see what are the platform available from where you can learn machine learning. Okay, so you can see my screen. Okay, so the first and foremost platform that all you know is Udemy. Okay, I think everyone know about Udemy, right? So you can learn the machine learning from Udemy. No problem at all in learning the machine learning from Udemy. Okay, the price is 3499. Okay, all the means maximum course price is 3499. But the one problem is that see the hour of the courses. Okay, 15 hour, 30 hour, 25 hour, 30 hour, 15 hour, and 10 hour. So this problem I faced when I was also learning machine learning. So it is not possible for anyone to complete the machine learning in 25 hour or even 30 hour. At least you need 60 hour, 50 to 60 hour to learn machine learning, right? If you will learn it properly with the guidance. Okay, so it is not possible for anyone to learn in 10 hour, 15 hour. 10 hour is I don't know how they are providing how they are teaching the machine learning in 10 hour. Okay, 10 and 15 hour. Okay, so this is the first platform where you can learn and the price is 3499. Okay, 3499. Let's see the other platform. So the other platform is Coursera. I think you all familiar with it. And the problem is here that in machine learning, if you will go to learn machine learning now, you will face lots of problem. Okay, and there will be not anyone to help you in the problem, right? If you stuck at some point and stuck at the some problem, okay, there will not anyone to help you. Maybe you can come up with the solution in a week or in a day, or you will get bored of it and you will leave learning machine learning, right? So this is the also problem here. So you are getting the recording session in Udemy. In Coursera, the price for 3 months is that they are solving the time. Okay, they are solving the time duration problem, but the price is too high and the community problem and the problem you will face. So there will here is in Coursera, you will also not get any person to solve your problem. Okay, means if you will stuck at any problem, you will stuck or you will leave by get bored of it, right? So Coursera is the second platform. So let's see, is there any platform that are solving all your problem for the machine learning to learn? Yes, there are some platform. The first platform I am showing is Coding Ninja. Okay, they will teach you live. Okay, so means if you will stuck at any point of time, they will solve your problem. But the price is too much. That is, you can see 50,000, 35,000. Okay, because the reason for that, they are keeping the trainer and they will provide you the live session. Okay, so the price is too high. So by seeing the this much of problem in the market, we come up with the solution and we founded the company, that is TechBairn. Okay, so what we are doing in the TechBairn? Okay, we are first we are solving the problem of ours. Okay, so you will learn for at least 60 to 70 hours, okay, in the live session with the data scientist who is working at Celebal Technologies, right? Your trainer will be the data scientist at Celebal Technology, who will come you and teach you in the live session and solve all your doubt in the live session. Okay, and with this there will be an assistant trainer also who will be available for you 24 into 7 to solve your problem. Okay, and we are giving the live and personalized learning, TA support and discussion forum. Means if you find any problem, you can just send a message and the solution will be on your table. Okay, you will get badges and certificates. Okay, certificates, all you know what is badges. Okay, badges are the certificates that you will get in between, okay, in order to complete your project. Okay, so what we are doing now, we will train you and we will send you to the companies. uh, I think someone is there. Yeah. Okay, so what we are doing here now, we will train you. Okay, we will train you for 60 to 70 hours and we will send you to the companies. Okay, we have 6 hiring partners. There are 4 are mentioned here, but we have 6 hiring partners right now, which is not edited here. So we are giving the internship opportunity also to the members. Okay, so we are verifying your capability in between. So that's why we are providing you the batches. Okay, and we will give you the internship opportunity also. Okay, so you don't need to worry about the live and personalized learning, you don't need to worry about the doubt, you know, don't need to worry about the internship. Okay, that is our problem. You just need to enroll for it and learn for it. So for this, can anyone guess what we are charging? Anyone write in the chat box? Can anyone? Can anyone tell what will be the means, if there will be the actual price in the market, what will be that price for this much of value which we are giving, right? Internship also and all the things. Only 2 guesses. You can guess, no problem. You can guess. If wrong, no problem at all, right? 4,500, 3,500. Okay, so 5,000. Okay, so the value which you are giving and the price you are writing is right, but we know the situation of the students, that every student don't have the lots of money to learn. Okay, someone has right 4,500, 5,000, okay, 3,500. So let me tell you the uh, price, what will be the actual price of this course. Okay, so the actual price of this course is 5,000 but you will get 30% discount. So you need to pay 3,499 rupees. And you have attended the webinar, so we will give you the extra 15% discount to you. Okay, so you need to pay only 2,974 rupees right here, right now, for only 10 minutes. Okay, you will not get more than 10 minutes to enroll at this price. Okay, I am starting the timer. First, let me give you the link. You can use the coupon code TechIqbal. Internship will be paid. Yeah, the internship will be paid. The company will pay you. Okay, minimum, I think the company will pay you, the minimum stipend is 8,000, 10,000. Okay, because in machine learning, the employer are not getting ready to work in lower price. So the company is, means they are eager to take you, right, as an intern. And if you will work for 15,000, then that will be the most profitable for our company. So I have sent you the link, and you can use the coupon code TechIqbal, and you have time only for 10 minutes. Okay, so we will deactivate the coupon code after 10 minutes. When will the course start? The course start in the next month. Okay, in the month of June, second or third week, most probably in the second week. Okay, so you have only 9 minutes 36 seconds to enroll at this price. Okay, so you can grab this opportunity. So you are writing in the chat box 4,500, 5,000. So we are not charging that much of amount. Also, we are charging only 2,974 rupees. Okay, let me tell you more exciting things. Okay, will that be worth it if we will give the book of 6,404 rupees? You can just go to the Amazon and you can search in the Amazon about this book. This is the most expensive and must read book for machine learning. Okay, so you will get this book. Okay, we will provide the ebook of this book. Okay, so we have merchandise of this book, so we will provide for 6,404 rupees for free. We are not charging for it. So at last, this is a bonus. Okay, you need to pay 2,974 rupees. Okay, so you have very less time. Okay, so you can enroll for it. You can grab this opportunity right here, right now. If you have excuses, then I have one line for you. You can make millions of dollars or millions of excuses. It's your choice, totally upon your choice. Okay, a man is rich by their thought. Okay, not by their money. Okay, so this is the certificate, and the certificate will be a unique verification ID, which is supported by Microsoft Startup India. Okay, and why we are going for the live session if Udemy and Coursera is already there? You can see the difference what we are providing in the live session and what the Udemy and Coursera is not providing. Okay, you can see the Udemy and Coursera only providing the recording session and the certification. Okay, some of the students say, sir, I don't have money, I don't have money right now. Okay, so you can I will, means you may have this problem, you don't have money, 3,000 right now, but you can book your seat to grab this offer at this time. Okay, so you can book your seat by giving 500 right now, and you can pay rest of the amount later. Okay, so you can do this thing also. I am sending you the link. Yeah, so you can book your seat by giving 500 right now, and you can pay rest of the amount later. So you have only 6 minutes 46 seconds, very less time you have left. I think I have solved all your problems. I don't think I need to solve any other problem. Okay, so if you are making excuses, so I don't think you are ready for your, means, placements, or you are ready for your, means, getting the good opportunity. Can you tell me the complete syllabus? What will we learn? Yes, exactly. I am sharing the complete syllabus. Okay. You can see this is the syllabus. Okay, you will learn what is machine learning, prerequisites, decent knowledge of programming language, and high school mathematics. Okay, and let me tell you, you will learn the mathematics here as well. So if you have forget the mathematics, no problem at all. Means you don't need means the extra prerequisite for that. We will also teach you the mathematics. Means you will get revise of that mathematics. Okay, so what you will learn, okay, you will learn about machine learning introduction. You will learn about Python from basic to advanced. Means you don't need to learn means Python is not prerequisites for it, right? You will learn Python here as well from basic to advanced. You don't need to know the single line of Python code from previous. Okay, so you will learn Python here. You will learn about the libraries NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib, which will be very important for the machine learning. You will learn mathematics here. Okay, what I have said, you will learn mathematics also here. You will learn supervised learning regression, and you will learn neural network, PyTorch, PyTorch image classification. You will also learn Git and GitHub, and deployment. So this is the most important. Okay, this is the most important part. Why I am focusing on deployment? Because if you have a product, for example, if you want to do a startup, and if you have a product, so if you want to launch a product, and if you don't know how to deploy a project, right? If you don't know how to deploy a project in the internet, then the product is of no use, right? So deployment is the most important part, I can say, if you are developing any product. Okay, and the project you will get, okay, project 1, project 2, okay, and project 3. You will get 3 projects. So if you are worrying about your major and minor project in the third and fourth semester, and for your resume to get into the placement, you don't need to worry about it, right? You don't need to worry about it. You have to complete this course, okay, properly. So you will get the major project, minor project, the project for resume, and the project for placements as well. And believe me, if you will do this course properly, no one will means no none of the person will prevent you from getting the placements, right? And you know that Sasank sir tell that what is the opportunity of machine learning, right? Yeah, I think I have given the complete syllabus. You have only 3 minutes. Okay, you have only 3 minutes right now. Okay, if you are not book your seat, at least you need to book your seat within this time, within 3 minutes, to grab the opportunity. Okay, to get the course at that price. To okay, feedback link and attendance link I am giving to you. Okay, just after 2 minutes. Okay, let some students are enrolling. Okay, so let them enroll. I will give you the attendance link right now. Okay, just after 2 minutes. My contact number, please. So what will you do for my contact number? You can actually there are lots of students here, so you can just send us a mail. Okay, just send us a mail. I will share the contact number there. Okay, just send us a mail. I will share the contact number. You have only 2 minutes, guys. You have only 2 minutes to get this offer. Okay, you have only 2 minutes, guys, to get this offer at this price. Okay, sorry, it's 1 minute 43 seconds. So you have very less time. Yes, I am sending the feedback link after 1 minute 30 seconds. Okay, So just mail us, na? Just mail us. We will contact you. Okay. Just mail us. We will contact you.
सर जो टेकब्रेन मेल है उसमें सेंड कर दूंगा क्या?
क्या?
टेकब्रेन जो आप जो उसमें मेल कर दूं आपको?
हाँ हाँ, hello@techband पे मेल कर दो. Do you have any full-fledged course which covers machine learning and deep learning? Yeah, you can learn machine learning and deep learning as well. Okay. Machine learning, deep learning is the part of machine learning, right? So you have only 19 seconds. Sorry. You can book your seat at least right now. Only 6 seconds, guys. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. The time is over. Yeah. Okay. The time is over for you all. Okay. Some of the students have registered. Okay. They will got the mail from us. They will got a confirmation mail from us. Okay. And let me share the attendance link with you all. Just give the attendance to get the certificates. Okay, the attendance link is in the chat box.